Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. Today I'm not hitting random because I want to play Eve and then Blue Baby because I want to save the most fun one for, after the somewhat less fun one. Eve is a challenging character and I don't really want to start with an XL floor because that's just not going to help me out very much at all. So let's start off with POLYPHEMUS and then we're going to have a pretty great run. I like how my eyeshadow looks with POLYPHEMUS. It's kind of funny. So that, of course, is Eve. We have 75% as much damage as Isaac in any given situation. So, well, of course, if it's an equal situation for both of them. But POLYPHEMUS makes it pretty nice. The situation is now pretty good. We just got plus 4 damage and then times 2 damage, which is a lot. So I think that I'm... Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. POLYPHEMUS is not actually a carry item on its own. Honestly, it can screw you over as much as it can help you. On its own. We have a good foundation for some exciting item along the way. Tears Up is really good, though. I probably should not have taken that soul heart before going to the curse room, but I'm just going to go to the curse room now. 2 soul hearts. Alright, so as Eve, besides that extra damage, we have a bit of extra speed. We have the Whore of Babylon and the Dead Bird. Dead Bird will spawn when we take some damage, and boy, is this a good opportunity right now. Just to play this, see if it wants to give me anything. I've got some extra plays. Darn, he paid out at the wrong time with the wrong thing. And that wasn't full health. So anyway, Whore of Babylon is a speed up and a damage up when you're down to only half of a red heart. So that's also pretty good. Okay, so we can get Dead Cat. Oh boy, let's do it. Now we have 9 lives and we're 1/3 of the way to becoming Guppy. This is an interesting situation to be plunged into immediately. I'm not opposed to it. I think that this could be very interesting. For certain. Eve has an increased chance of soul hearts. That's another nice bonus that we've got going for us. We do have an arcade. I don't know how much I care about that right at this very moment. I know that we got a Tears Up from the boss, but then we got a Tears Down as our pill. The Tears Up should be more than the Tears Down. I would like almost definitely, and that was another Tears Down as I thought. I had to make sure. Of course, maybe we'll find the PhD or the Lucky Foot, and then it'll become Tears Up. That would be fine with me. A key is a good start because that is going to get us into the item room. I really like a bomb. Tinted rocks are especially nice to be able to have the option of getting. But let's fight the boss right away. We're going to get a soul heart for this fight, assuming we don't die, of course. Famine shouldn't be too tough, never is. And we are in a pretty good damage situation. Note that our tears may not be doing over 15 damage, which is normally the requirement for red tears with POLYPHEMUS, but Whore of Babylon makes your tears red no matter what, just as an aesthetic. I didn't mean to take that half heart, but it's okay because there's a blood donation machine. Cube of Meat will block tears and damage enemies on contact, and I'm definitely going to take Guppy's Tail, which is going to increase the rate of chest and golden chest drops and decrease all the other drops and become, it's 1 more Guppy item, so we're now 2/3 of the way, which is mostly the motive behind that. Now, I think that Guppy is enough to make the make POLYPHEMUS worth it alone, like without any other items that it's a baseline for. Alright, red heart doesn't even impact me. Dead Sea Scrolls, not too appealing. Let's walk into the wall when we use it, and then teleport takes us to the top secret room, which doesn't really interest me since I have no money. I mean, I do have money, but I don't want to spend it. I want to save up for a potential shop, because that could be a difference. Alright, I want to try and get a bomb, but the game doesn't want to give me one. Which is okay, it's just that there are 2 tinted rocks that are just begging to be broken. And I'm begging for them to allow me to break them. Of course, having only soul hearts means that we're always going to be in Whore of Babylon, which is pretty nice. You know, I'm okay with a key. Let's do it. You're making my life tough, but I definitely want the Magician over the Tears Down pill, which obviously isn't too appealing to me. And I'm only going to play the Skull game because I only want bombs, and a Fortune Teller can't give me those. 2 keys is excellent, since we're going to be getting lots of lots of things. Lots of chests and golden chests, potentially, due to the tail. So I like that. But I really just want bombs. I mean, Skatoll wouldn't hurt. Good, I want bombs. Now give me some bombs. You can give me all the money you want to spend the time between, but as long as you give me bombs, ultimately, I won't mind. That's not quite there. Hearts only help me if they are soul hearts. Which, note, the chance increase is not very big. It's only 1/16 extra as a chance. It's a consecutive chance. So, I don't even know what 1/16 of 90 is, because that's just not in... It's not even. Like, it's not a flat... There we go. Wow, 4 bombs. That's good. It's just not an even division. It would be fractional, I'm pretty sure, because I think 16 goes into 80. Yeah, 16 goes into 80, not 90. So anyway, there are 2 tinted rocks that I need to blow up, so I'm just going to do that. We got 4 bombs, which is plenty. Small rock immediately. That's good because it's a speed down, but also because it's a damage up and a tears up. The speed down is helpful because, obviously, I have too much speed at the moment, for my own good, most likely. And, of course, a soul heart is always welcome. Get a bomb back and another soul heart. So, chances are that the secret room is next to the top secret room, and I'm going to bomb to it. It should be there. Okay, maybe not. It doesn't break any... Oh, yes, it does. Oh, my God, I'm dumb. The secret room can't be to the left of the top secret room, so it has to be there. God me, why did I do that? I knew that. That doesn't break any rules. Of course it does. Well, that'll help me ingrain it into my skull. There was no reason to go into the shop because I didn't have enough money, and that would mean that I could potentially lose an item that I want to get from... Like, I could make it so that I don't even have the chance to go there. That was the only possible location for the secret room, by the way. I do believe. It had to be there, at least, that particular time. Okay, cool. We're doing fine. And this My Little Unicorn won't hurt. It certainly won't hurt. Dead Sea Scrolls has the potential to be better, but it also has the potential to be a lot worse. So I'm going to opt for consistency as opposed to the chance for something to be really awesome. Because chances are it's only going to be awesome once, maybe twice, and then the rest of the time it's going to be either bad or just not important at all, have no effect towards the success of the run, basically. So I'm just gonna... I just took the option that was more guaranteed. Invincibility and contact damage, as well as a small speed up at the time of use. Oh, let's not do that. Let's opt for avoiding damage here. Okay, good. I don't even remember what's going on in my life. I don't even know. Oh, excuse me. I was thinking about using the item I've got here, but here's the thing. If I get a Devil Room, which I didn't this time, that's a shot speed up and a health up. I don't want it because of the shot speed up. Shot speed's real bad. In no way good. It's a small range up, I guess. You could consider that the only good thing about shot speed, because there isn't anything else that's good. I'm just going to skip it. The health up isn't very important to me. Remember, if I die, I come back with 1 heart anyway because of the dead cat, and I hopefully don't plan on dying. It would also lose me Whore of Babylon, which is a fair amount of our damage right now. I would prefer the My Little Unicorn to Monstrous Tooth. That is definitely seeming like a better option in my mind right now. So let us go and finish this floor. Yeah, I'll probably do that. If I had to take a guess, I would say that I'm opening this chest like right now. And getting 1 cent for it. Well, that's a little more than you think at. Probably. I mean, it depends what you think it is, but it does allow us to earn an arcade on the next floor. Whereas before we couldn't. I couldn't really do anything about that. I could have played the room better, but I just didn't. Oh, cool. And we just get our soul heart back. Easy enough then. So let's see. I would bet that this is the more likely location. This one's not breaking any rules. Okay, that's not it. And then this is the next more likely location. No, I want to save my money, and I don't have like the lucky foot or something to make it so that I have to win that. It just doesn't seem too good to me. We do still have the Magician to give us Homing Tears for a room. So let's be on our way. That health up should not make the difference in the run. Of course, you're thinking, maybe I get a Devil Room here, it's 1 heart, it's Guppy's Paw, become Guppy, don't lose my soul hearts, maybe we'll get a health up here. You don't know. And either way, I think that if I become Guppy, gaining flight and always spawning kamikaze flies when I hit with a tier is going to make a far bigger difference than the amount of health I currently have. I've come back from far worse situations far later in the game. And that's not to say that I can do that every time or anything. No, I'm not perfect or anything. I can't play and win every time. I win pretty frequently, but I do lose. Still, you know, there's room for improvement. There are lots of mistakes I make, like the 2 in this room that cost me 2 full soul hearts. And this is one thing. Okay, so I definitely want to go to this shop that I assume is a shop and not a library. It's greed this time. That is not the end of the world. We know that we won't get greed on the next floor. It was only a 50% chance here, so it's kind of sad. But we know that we won't get greed on the next floor unless it's an XL floor, and that's the only time we could. As much as I want to open this, I need to save for the item room. Otherwise, we might find ourselves in a bad place. Of course, we're in a pretty good place as is, but it can always be better. It could be that much better, in fact. That is the miter, and that will increase our chance of more soul heart drops. So, stacking with Eve's increased chance, this is an extra chance that non-specific heart drops are soul heart drops instead. And that's the same way Eve's works. It's just like Eve's is 1/16 as a consecutive chance, this one's 50% as a consecutive chance. So it's pretty good. I like it a lot, and 2 soul hearts is pretty big. We got our bomb from that, and then this is going to be tears up. Bombs are key. I like that, actually. Although I do want to have some bombs, especially when you immediately put me into this situation. I hate walking boils. Those are boils, yeah. They're some of the worst. They are the sum of the worst, if you know what I mean. Alright, that's going to be our boss. I like that. I mean, we can't take red heart damage, so we're going to have as much Devil Room chance as we possibly can right now. Unless we die, in which case I guess we could take some red heart damage the second time we fight. And the reason I'm not using the unicorn horn, oh, come on, is because there could be a soul heart deal with the devil, and I could steal that as long as I have 3 soul hearts to afford it. So I'm trying to leave that possibility open, because it could be a pretty big difference maker. So I'm hoping, and if it happens to be the last Guppy item I need, that's even better. I walked right into that. Okay, so there's our Devil Room. Okay, I have 3, so that's enough. So I'm going to leave those 2 in case I'm doing something silly, like taking Guppy's paw. Yeah. Let's see. I could take both, but there's no reason to. Spectral Tears, yeah, that's good, but it's not going to happen. I don't need to. So we take Guppy's Paw. That turns us into Guppy. You'll see that when we leave the room. Guppy's Paw normally turns red heart containers into 3 soul hearts. So now we're Guppy, and now we can take these. Of course, the smart thing to do would be to kill myself immediately, and then get that extra heart and all that, but I don't believe in dying. I prefer to live even when it's not advantageous to me, so this is more fun. So now, like I said, we spawn kamikaze flies on each hit. These do twice our damage, and our damage is obviously added to by POLYPHEMUS, which makes them immensely damaging. And if we get familiars, I'm more inclined to like them now than before, since they spawn the kamikaze flies as well, and those still do twice our damage rather than the kamikaze, or rather than the familiars damage. So basically, we just have an army of highly damaging flies. And then that soul heart, that's excellent. So now we're back to where we were before that Devil Room, which is pretty much what the goal was there. Alright, and you can see that the flies, we can just keep spawning them, they'll keep wrecking things, and it'll be great. Alright, I'm done here. I could get something for free from that, but I don't want to spend a key, and it's really not worth it. as long as I use my invincibility from the unicorn horn. And just stand on the spikes, I would get chest eventually. I don't know why I'm avoiding the spikes. I don't have to. But I'm on my way. I'm done here. No more Curse of Darkness is really helpful. Really nice. I don't like Curse of Darkness at all. Being able to see the map is a pretty nice advantage. Or really, not being able to see it is a disadvantage, whereas you expect to be able to see the map. I want to go to curse rooms right now, but I think that I'm honestly in a pretty good position, and also a precarious one. I don't want to end up dying, that's why I didn't just kill myself to maximize my life and such afterwards. I could have taken the Spirit of the Night and died so that I could get that basically for free. But I don't like dying, like I said. I prefer not having to respawn at all. So I only take Dead Cat because it's part of being Guppy. That's basically how I roll. So many golden chests thanks to the tail. Okay, you do that. Leave me alone. Tarot card. The Empress. Whore of Babylon for a room, but it's stronger. I'm okay. I'm just looking for the item room and the shop and the boss room. I don't have enough keys for the item room as well as the shop. But we found the item room first. Another bomb and another soul heart is good. Pills. Alright, maybe we get something really good like balls of steel. I'm going to wait until I'm done shooting the fires and then speed down. I like that, actually, because I was too fast. Although, I don't mind having high speed when I'm flying, because that can be used for my advantage very easily. But high speed when not flying is more of a danger than it's really worth, because it's not worth very much at all, and it can easily screw you over more likely than it is to help you if you know what you're doing. Well, if you know what you're doing with the lower speed. Because the lower speed is fully adequate, so it is what it is. I don't mind the speed down. I also wouldn't have minded if it were speed up, just due to the flight. Both of them are fine. Alright. Cool. I'm hoping for a soul heart deal. That would be really nice. Oh, but it's Monster Manuel, so that does not make me compelled to spend my health at all, or to spend my usage. Actually, there's a funny thing. Screw it, I never use Monster Manuel. Let's do it. So there's a funny thing that we can do as an interaction with this, is since, like I said, familiars do spawn flies for us, I could use the Monster Manuel to get a familiar, and then that will spawn some flies for me, and it'll help my damage out. It's really silly, and not really very worth it, but it is something I can do, and I mean, why not, basically, because of that. So let's see. Secret Room has an equal likelihood to be in 3 places right now. And I don't have quite 3 bombs, so we're just gonna hope. Sadly, nothing. Do note that, okay, Eve's Birdfoot actually does stack with the dead bird, by the way. And we can spawn another dead bird. This one will be missing a foot when we hit with a tier, so we don't have to get hit for that. I'm playing for soul hearts, though. Stack up on survivability if possible. It's a little silly how this is working out. 2 dead birds. I mean, it's twice as good as 1. They'll both do the 2 damage on hit. So I'm gonna roll with it. Now the thing about the Monster Manuel is it's just not very good, both because it has a non-optimal pool of familiars, but also just because it's like a 4-room recharge or something like that. And it's 1 familiar spawn, it's it's not a particularly good item. Bloody Penny does not help me out at all. I would rather have the Birdfoot. So let's go to the curse room. It's not going to get us a key or anything, so we're stuck. We're not going to be able to get to any of this locked stuff. That was not what I was hoping for. But we still have 6 soul hearts, and that's not bad. And with the miter, I'm not actually very worried about what I'm sacrificing there, because it's a good chance that I'll be able to get back that and much, much more. So I guess we're done with this floor, and that's how it is sometimes. We missed out on a lot of opportunities, but we also, well, you know, we could be in totally fine shape because of our items. I would, of course, well, let's see, I'm not at negative, yes, I am at -1 health. What am I thinking? Of course I'm at -1 health. So I can take a health up without losing this whole Polaroid invincibility and Hort Babylon state stuff. I'm not going to lose that by getting a health up, which means that meat still has its value for a damage up, and anything else that's a health up and something else that I want is totally fine. I can do that. So I'm expecting that greed is in here in this shop, which means I'm probably not going to do it. Soul heart, that's good. See, I want to open chests if possible, just because chests have a high likelihood of containing hearts, and I have a very high likelihood of non-specific hearts, like the ones in chests, being soul hearts. So it's kind of, it's going to directly help me to open up as many chests as I can. But of course, if I can't afford the keys, there are priorities. I mean, I guess I should just honestly use the Monster Manuel a lot more often, because I haven't used it yet. But I feel like I may as well also save it for bosses, and I'm gonna keep it here for the cool, silly interaction. Crack this guy, summon some beams of light to damage some stuff randomly. It's not very good. It's a forum recharge, and I mean, it's highly damaging if it does hit, but it's not very likely to hit. So with my extra key, I'm going to open up that chest instead of the shop, since, like I said, the shop is probably greed. Since we missed the last one, we knew that that one wasn't greed, but this one will have a 100% chance if there isn't another mini-boss or greed in the secret room, and we have no clue about either of those things right now, so I'd rather not waste my key on a chance when I have a higher chance of getting something I want, probably from the golden chests that I plan to open with it. And with any other keys. Unless, of course, I find out that greed is not in the shop, and I can say that with confidence and factual integrity. Okay. These flies, they're heroes. I don't want to fight the boss immediately because I don't have a way to teleport out, which means that I'm stuck there after going to it. So I'm not very interested in that. Oh, I'm getting hit there. Both birds are spawned. You can do it. Yeah, look at the trinket one's smarter. Oh, well, it was smarter for a second. Get the soul heart I lost back. That's good. Arcade. Not too appealing, honestly. I mean, it could be, but I'm not looking into it. Well, I'm okay, fine. 28 cents, it was worth it, but it didn't have what I wanted. I needed it to have a fortune teller instead of a slot machine, and I don't feel like playing for a fly to make that my reality with only a chance. Lipstick, extra range, that's fine. Totally acceptable. So we're almost done with the floor, and oh no, I wish I could play you, buddy. And I don't have a reason to blow it up because chances are I'm not going to get to go to the devil room if it happens to exist, so there's really no reason to blow that up. Away we go. It won't give us an item or anything to blow it up. It just gives us 2 spiders. It's not like a drop or anything like a normal beggar. It's really only worth blowing up if you want the increased devil or angel room chance. So I'd rather save the bomb. Didn't look for the secret room. That's alright. I feel like this run is where it needs to be without that. That kind of sucks. I don't want to take the Eternal Heart because being able to take a better health up later is far more important. Taking the Polaroid, of course, to get the invincibility as well as the ability to go to the chest. So here we are. I was really hoping that that was going to be Skeleton Key, because that would have a very big impact when we have Guppy's tail and we've been getting so many golden chests. But it wasn't, and I don't have a D6 to change that. I would like more orbitals as well. That would be really nice. I could have played the slot machine for that, as well as more keys and things. But I'm a lazy man. I don't want to spend all that time if I can help it. There weren't any directly available tinted rocks. I didn't see any throughout the floor. So it wasn't like this direct benefit in the same way that I saw on the first floor or second floor. It was the second floor because, of course, you can only get arcades on even floors. So I just didn't do it. I prefer not to gamble if possible. It's just not fun for me. It can, of course, change a game. It's very, very smart. And just so, it's pretty much going to help you no matter what. That's not a guarantee, but pretty much it is. I need to not take damage here. Like, at all. That would be very, very smart of me to do, if I could avoid it. Which I guess for now there's not enough pressure, so maybe I can't. Because I seem to play better and better as things get tougher and tougher. Alright, who is the boss? Double Loki. Little Steve, homing tears. Not even necessary. Because we just destroyed. Alright, do I know any of these? That's bombs or key? Yeah. That is unknown. I don't want it to be telepills. I want to see what's in here. I really want to take the mark. But at the same time, how is that necessary at all? It's not. I also really want to take brimstone, but I'm not going to. So let's see what this is. Range down, that's not a big deal since we've gotten 2 range ups. Health up puts us back to 0. Speed down, I'm okay not taking. And I'm just going to leave. Not going to open the chests. I want to save at least 4 for the chest itself. Assuming I can make it there. So of course brimstone would put me down to 0 health. And 0 soul hearts. Which would have been fine. I'd either have recovered to some amount of soul hearts or I'd have died. And then I would have just respawned anyway. And it also would have been a very powerful setup, of course. Tammy's head. Monster Manuel's something I never use. I've got to. Alright, let's take it. Friends to the end. Some kamikaze flies. 3 of them. But I already have as many of them spawned as I could ever desire, or as many as the game will let me take between rooms, which is 5. So it doesn't have very much value to me. That's okay. So due to that health up, we're at 0 health now. We are at 0, not -1 anymore. Which means that a health up is far less appealing. Fortunately, we're also out of the place. Yeah, I do want poison touch. It's a small speed down, but it's going to be very helpful. Because when I get hit, I have the 5 seconds of Polaroid invincibility. I can run into enemies to do significant poison damage and then have them damaged over time. So what was I talking about? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Health ups. Oh yeah, we're not going to get any more health ups like from the boss. We'd have to find them in a chest or something like that, because this boss and the remaining 2 bosses, or 1 boss if I end up going to Shoal, which I won't, don't drop things for me. So I'm just here. Justice gives us 4 drops. Sadly, that wasn't a soul heart like I wanted it to be. But the extra key lets us open this up and get Fate, Flight, and an Eternal Heart. I already have Flight, and I don't want an Eternal Heart because I don't want health. Of the red heart variety, at least. So basically, I've skipped Fate like twice recently, haven't I? Or maybe I didn't skip it last time. I know I've seen it 3 times in recent videos, and that's crazy because it's so rare normally. But this time I'm actually skipping it. That's just weird. Alright, what are you? Bombs or key? No, definitely not. I could use Polaroid invincibility, take damage once to that demon beggar and then play it some more times. But I don't really see the appeal in losing health and probably not getting an item that's too appealing to me anyway. If that, and I have no guarantee that it's going to pay out at any point. It's not like a beggar where it has to pay out at certain points guaranteed. It can never pay out if it doesn't want to. Okay, so we get our soul heart back, which is really fortunate. Then we get our key, and then we go. Yes, I could have gone back for the golden chest, but I think that obviously in the chest we're going to get a few more chests. You know, we've been getting plenty. Otherwise, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect some in the chest, and those of course will be guaranteed to contain item room items instead of just maybe a golden chest item if we're lucky. So we're at a point where I feel like saving keys is more prudent. That's okay. Another key. Excellent. I don't think this is going to end up being the way to the boss, but you never know. Darn it. Remember poison touch. So that's something that I do need to also remember. I mean, I wasn't just talking to you when I said remember. I was talking to myself. I do need to remember that and make use of it whenever I get hit, which ideally will not be often. Because, of course, I don't have a ton of health to just sacrifice for this kind of thing. Oh, no. I should also, again, use the Monster Manuel more liberally. Which, yeah, I should definitely just do that. But I don't know, I'm just so worried about not having it for the boss, which isn't even important, because that means that, yes, we'll get more flies out, but we're also shooting the boss more, which is why I don't like familiars in general, unless they're particularly good ones. So I should probably just use it, but all these rooms have been so simple that it isn't even worth the time to activate. It'd be slower that way. Oh my god. No, I can't afford this. No, oh my no. Oh my no. We're gonna get a soul heart for this room. Alright, let's do it. Little Steve again. And I have to do pretty much all of this dodging manually because I do only have one orbital, so it's a little worrisome. But it's far better than we would be if we had been firing normal amounts of tears instead of polyphemus amounts of tears, which are significantly less frequent. Okay, so we get a soul heart for it, we get to go to the chest. That went really well, honestly. Thin Odd Mushroom. You make an interesting case for yourself. I obviously don't want the peeper or the toothpicks. Toothpicks are shot speed up and nothing else. And the peeper I have stopped liking. It's not a damage up, it's not really helpful with most enemies, and it can push bombs around, which it has done to me one too many times to the point where I quit. Now we'd lose 10% of our damage. And that stacks with Eve's 25% loss. I don't know if I don't think the fire rate's really worth it. It's not a huge increase in our fire rate at this point. We're firing Polyphemus pretty quickly for what it is. So I think that we're better off without the Thin Odd Mushroom. It's also a speed up, and of course we would have the max fire rate for what we have. But I don't think that that's very much what I want. Oh no, that was not good to do. At least we got it back. I'd just prefer to be profiting. Oh. Well, Gertie got destroyed. Get a bomb. Alright, this room, hopefully we can keep them locked so we don't actually have to worry about using the Monster Manuel. And I may as well use this Magician card that I've had since like the second freaking floor when I get to the boss. Which is right now. Interesting, you don't say. And we open you up. Rosary, 3 soul hearts, no reason not to take it right now. Let's fight. Use this, Little Steve again, that's insane. That's actually insane. And then Rainbow Baby shoots a random tear from the other familiars. Not all of them, but most of them. So it's pretty good. It can shoot little Gish's tears, which slow enemies, and that's truly my love as far as familiars are concerned. I may as well clear this floor. Finished in 33 minutes. That's like, wow, I haven't beaten the game that fast in ages. What feels like ages, at least. This is a fun run. I mean, as soon as you start off with Polyphemus, you expect that things are going to go pretty well. Not that they have to, because like I said before, it's a baseline, so it can easily not be enough, and like I said as well, it can screw you over. We just happened to get something that went well with it that made it not screw us over and made it really, really good. But it's definitely not the win on its own. It's not the carry on its own. It's a piece of a puzzle, and that puzzle may have 2 pieces, or it may have 4 in this case, and you could look at it as more than 4 if you wanted to. Since I have various other items that contribute a bit less than being Guppy and having Polyphemus, but there's definitely stuff going on. Alright, Forever Alone. Finally we got something other than Little Steve. It's insane. I didn't know that that was possible at this point. X-ray vision allows us to walk into the secret room and top secret room without the use of a bomb or even needing to look. We just go there and there it is, like right now. It's exactly what just happened right now. That was silly of me. Oh well, I have enough health that I think I can afford to tank these things. Because the floor's almost done. It seems like a small chest floor, which is okay. Alright, blow this up. We get a free item. Well, an item for the cost of a bomb, but that item isn't appealing anyway, so I guess I don't have very much interest there. Oops. Well, I got hit anyway. And then I got a soul heart again. That's kind of weird. An odd coincidence. What are you? The Empress. Okay. Fine. Robo Baby this time. When POLYPHEMUS, or really when lasers are shooting, large lasers, Robo Baby shoots a larger laser that I do believe does more damage. So that's the interesting interaction there that you saw when it did do that while Gluttony was firing. So it's blood lasers maybe, but I don't know if it also does it with POLYPHEMUS and technology, for example. I know for sure that it's with all of the blood lasers. I guess I don't know for sure with the tone I've used there. I'm pretty sure. Mr. Mega, 5 bombs. They all do more damage and have a larger blast radius. Alright, and this is the end of the chest for us. That's kind of insane. This feels like a small one, but it actually might be pretty much normal sized. Couldn't tell you. Not the Forget-Me-Now. So I guess we're actually done here. Brother Bobby. We did get Little Steve 3 times in a row, though. That was strange, for sure. So, well, that was really, really quick. Sometimes I guess you can get carried as any character. Carry actor. Ha ha ha. Alright. I'm going home now. I'm already home. Just don't mind me, I'm crazy. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.